This is the Transformers masterpiece, MP36, Destron Leader, Megatron by Takara Tomy. Easily one of the best masterpiece figures out there, especially because it is Megatron. It is perhaps the Megatron figure that a lot of masterpiece collectors have been waiting for since MP5, the original masterpiece Megatron, which we'll show off in a bit. But looking very, very, very nice. I'm just loving this. One of the best purchases I've made so far since I think I got this one in 2017. Here is a look at the packaging of MP36. Very, very cool box. I picked up this set this figure from Artoys, and this is the Japan exclusive version, so it didn't come with a coin. And this is what the packaging looks like. He also comes with a trading card, or a collector card. I'll call it that way. And a nice handy dandy manual, which, you know, for those of you who love to transform masterpiece figures, it's a very easy transformation. Accessories tray that the MP36 comes with. It has the key to vector sigma. We'll talk about each and every one later and their function. Got some stock. You got the chain. This is like the energized ball and chain. This is the regular ball and chain. He's got that weird looking gun that we saw in the movie that he used to hostage Hot Rod, which eventually caused the demise of Optimus Prime. A battle damaged chest, as well as a battle damaged face, a sneering face, and a worried face, or laughing face, and all that. It's got the mind control device and his laser sword. So very, very cool. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, let's have a closer look at the figure in general. The figure looks super great, very as good as it gets to a G1 accurate Megatron. I mean, if you didn't grow up living in the 80s, most collectors will know that Megatron's first alt mode was a Walther gun. It was actually a pistol. He transformed into a gun, yes, and somehow he shrunk so that each of the Transformers could actually hold him. And he then transformed it into a robot, and he changed size and all that. But he was a gun, and this is the closest approximation we've gotten in the masterpiece line. And if you didn't know what I'm talking about, this is what Megatron looked like in the 80s. He was menacing, he turned into a gun, and the blaster that he had was his scope, the gun scope. So yeah, and as you can see, there's very, very similar. They're very, very similar in a lot of respects, except of course the back kibble and all that, but that's, you know, that's fine. He is a much, much more compact figure than the original one. The original one stood like 12 inches tall, like 11 3/4 inches tall. The current one stands at about 9.5 inches tall, head to toe. As you can see, there's a slight difference in the plastic they use. This is a very, very silver type of plastic. This is more of a metallic flake gray, and I think this one looks more like the cartoon. This one looks more like the quite the improvement. If you want to know the size of the scope, I didn't bother putting it here because he's just gonna tip over right now. Yeah, but check that out. Much in scope, just with the scope size. We'll put that there just for reference. One quick update on this MP5 Megatron. If you don't remember, when I reviewed it, it had a lot of cosmic rust on his feet. And I did apply some metal polish, and as you can see, it's very, very shiny right now. See that shine right there. He still has some blemishes here and there. I couldn't get rid of the blemish completely, but suffice to say, he's looking pretty good. Even the underside of the feet, I did polish it, side here and there. MP10. Okay, does he scale better? He definitely does. They're about the same height, head to toe, but 9.5 inches tall. Megatron was a little bit bigger than Optimus Prime, just by a bit, but they scale fantastic. I mean, just look at Megatron, Combiner Wars or Generations, Leader Class Megatron. Okay, with the power of the Primes, Optimus Prime. Does he scale okay? He's a little bit short, if you ask me. They're okay. They scale good enough, but not as great as the MP10. All right, let's talk about articulation for the figure. Start with the neck. It is on a ball joint, as you can see right there. He's got a midsection swivel. The shoulders are on ratcheting joints. Go in and out, forward and backward. It's got bicep swivels. It's got a hinge elbow. It can go all the way up to there. That's close to 180 degrees, about 160, 150 degrees. The wrists can swivel, can go in and out because of transformation. The fingers have articulation. First joint, just the thumb. Give you a closer look on that. The other fingers do have articulation. Two points of articulation. The index finger for the index finger, as well as the other three fingers, the middle, ring, and pinky finger. They all have the 2 points of articulation, and these last three fingers are joined together for obvious reasons. So you can only do these poses with the hand, pointing, clenched fist, hip joints, ratcheting hip joint that allows you to go forward and backward, just a swivel joint to go in and out. There is a thigh swivel, a knee joint that can go all the way up there. That's about 110 degrees bend. Then for the feet, on my copy of the figure, they're die-cast pieces. These painted, or these sort of non-metallic gray pieces or glossy pieces are the die-cast pieces. And the right leg ratchets perfectly, but my copy of the left leg is a little bit loose. And my point being, because it's loose, there can be some difficulty standing up my figure. The right can hold its own, the right foot holds its own, but the left foot tends to make the figure wobble a little bit. But no big deal, not a deal breaker or anything like that. The fusion cannon can be removed this way. You just slide it in and out, and that's that. Okay. And here is a quick comparison of the MP5 Megatron's accessories versus the accessories that the MP36 has that are compatible with the MP5. Let's start with the Morning Star. It is a hell of a chain. Kind of reminds me of Ghost Rider's chain or Spawn, from the Spawn figures that I used to have. Clear plastic they used for it. It's a little light purple wisteria type, not wisteria, but light lavender type of color. And here is a look at the MP36 version. The chain is much shorter, which is, I think, more accurate. This is how a Morning Star the length of a chain should normally be, not too long like this. This is just ridiculous. It's more like an Asian weapon that should have a smaller blade right here, whatever. That's the length of that chain to me. But for a Morning Star, normally this is the length. And as you can see, the difference in plastic, this is a deeper type of more purplish type of clear plastic. This is more of bordering on pinkish or amethyst. But spikes, there has to be fewer spikes on this one than this, I think. And the chain is made of that same clear plastic. This one is made of opaque plastic. And obviously there's a difference in the way it's attached for obvious reasons. And here is the articulated chain, which you can bend and pose as you please. You can swap it out here. We'll show that off in a minute. Okay. On to the laser swords. As you can see, the MP5 is much bigger, longer, because it was a bigger figure. The handle is much thinner compared to this. Not sure which one is more accurate, but I think the energy blade, this one is a little bit more accurate to the show compared to this. Even the hilt I like the MP36 better. Okay. And finally, that weird looking pistol that we saw in the movie, Transformers animated movie in 1986. And this is the MP5 version, some deep purple and silver. This one has more of a wisteria type of purple with periwinkle. And I think this is more cartoon accurate than this one. Yeah, I think this looked more like the gun that he picked up to point on Hot Rod when Hot Rod interfered. So, all right, let's talk about the MP36 accessories in detail, starting with the nuclear charged fusion cannon. Comes with batteries. You gotta open this up, and it is powered by 2 LR44 batteries, and then when you press it, there's a light beam, which I'm not gonna, you've seen that. Then he comes with a laser dagger. That's what they call it, laser dagger. So, right here. Okay, so pretty cool. And then he's got his blaster, that infamous laser pistol that he used on Hot Rod in the movie. And it's the same thing. There's a tab right there. You tab it onto that slot just underneath his thumb or in the palm of his hand. And then you can make him hold his weapon star. The energy mace, he's called. They call it an energy mace. Okay. And again, to do that, you're going to need to remove the hand, and it's very easy, supposedly very easy. You just slide that fist off, and then you attach this piece right here, and there you go. He's got his energy mace, or morning star. Okay, and then if you want a more articulated look to the energy maze, you can put this and then you can pose it however you want, like that. And quick lesson on how to pose your action figures. Talk about the key to Vector Sigma. It is made of die cast. Very cool yellowish gold paint on it. It is made of metal die cast, and you can have him hold it like this. You can hold it the standard way, but you can also hold it this way, I suppose. Right, let me just, okay. Can he really do that? Okay, you gotta squeeze it in right there. So he's gonna put that in somewhere. To Vector Sigma. The headgear, it's just called headgear. I think it's a mind control device. You can put it right there. Pretty cool. And then you can easily replace the head, the face, just like that. And again, they've put a ton of detail underneath that face. Excuse me. Look at that. They didn't have to do that, but it's a masterpiece figure. It's what fans deserve, okay? So you can have him put the Starscream, okay? Or the laughing face. It's over, Prime. Okay? No light piping though. Bit of a shame. The battle damaged head right there. You can easily pop the chest out just like that. Don't snap it sideways. Like I once tried to do it this way. It's not gonna happen. You have to slide it up. There's a little bit of a locking tab right there, and then you swap it with the battle damaged chest. Mercy, Optimus. And finally, we move on to the silencer, scope, and stock. And these will all play an important role in the gun mode, but in robot mode, you can use these items, just like in the old G1 toy and in MP5, to form Megatron's blaster, okay? Let's start with the stock. The stock has die-cast pieces right here. These are die cast. This one is plastic, plastic. But these two pieces are die cast, and the reason for that is because they split up like that, and they help stabilize the cannon like that. You gotta flip it open, but to do that, you need to press on this, and you'll be able to flip this one out. Okay? The scope, you need to mount it right here. Very easy. Okay? And then finally, the silencer. The silencer, you gotta pop this one like that. Rotate this piece like so, and you can slide it through that slot right there. This tab, this assembly right there, you just slide it like that. And there you go. There is Megatron's big blaster with a tripod, and you can obviously hold it. But just like the MP5 and the old G1 toy, the stock was used to make a cannon for Megatron, and it looks great. I think they did a wonderful job with this one, and there is some articulation. You can like bend it like that if you want to, just to give him, and he's got the scope working on, and yep, very, very cool. So let's transform Leader Class MP36 Megatron from robot to gun mode. It's a very, very easy transformation, huh? We'll see. Let's get right to it. First thing you want to do, turn him around, lift this up, fold the gun barrel out like that, and then I'm gonna try and do it as close as I can to the how the instructions say you're supposed to do it. So transform him like this and like that. These are all just preparations for you to fold it up onto the body. Okay, do this like this like this, and you can see how the panels sort of align themselves to form like the gun barrel, and then rotate the barrel like that, and that's that. Okay, so just follow it like this, step by step, like so, and then like that, and then fold the arms to the side, fold down these things right here, like that. Okay, so what you want to do is do this, and then do this. What you want to do is join it, and like what I said, it's hiding. It has hidden that chest panel, which is fine. So right there, it's stuck right there. Okay, fold these down like that. And I know these fold up. Okay, fold up like that. Make sure you don't forget a step, because if you do, it's gonna be difficult to go back to it. So, okay, you wanna do this, that, and then what you wanna do is fold like that. Like this, and then like that. Like this, and just keep it like that. Arm, transform it like this, fold it off like that, just follow everything, and then fold this one here. Okay, the best thing to do is just to mirror after a couple of steps, just mirror on the other side so you don't forget. This one has to fold up somehow. I feel I'm gonna, oh, okay, right, I remember. It feels like you're gonna break it, but you won't. So just fold the hammer all the way down like that, and then you, oh, that's very scary, but it will fold up, okay? And then open up these panels right here. Make his fist face up like that, like he's like catching the rain. And then fold out the, oh no, not that good, he's meditating. So just fold it out like that, open his hands, like that, and then fold the thumb like that. Fold the fingers over that thumb, sort of like a trigger finger. And then you're gonna slide that entire fist assembly. You're supposed to do this, and then this. Do this, and then you're supposed to rotate like this, and then rotate like this. Fold this right here. This one doesn't do anything. And then rotate these panels like that. Rotate these panels like that. Collapse this entire assembly right here. Make sure it goes over the head first. Oh, there we go. I found this is probably one of the more difficult steps to do, because this panel just keeps on swiveling every time you collapse it. Same thing with this one. So you have to fold it at the same time like that. Okay, so do this. Fold this out like that. Okay, and then like that. Okay, fold it up like that and swivel. Okay, fold it up like that, and from here fold it up like that and swivel. Okay, looking good. Fold it up like this and like this. This one's a little bit loose, that's fine. This piece, like the shin or this part, the cuff on the foot, fold it up like that. Same thing here, fold it up like that. Split the leg like that and collapse this one right there. And then fold this one up like that. So do the same thing on the other side. Fold it down like that. And this one goes up like onto the back panel. Go ahead and push here. So you lift this. Like that. Same thing here. Okay. And then fold back down like that. And then there are joints. There are hinges right there for these panels, and then all you got to do is collapse them sideways like this, like that, and compress that entire leg assembly. Same thing here. Collapse them like that. And tab these panels. Okay, tab these panels right here. Tab them right there. Okay, fold the feet and fold it this way and like that. Okay, easy peasy, right? Fold the feet like that, fold the foot like that, and fold these panels like that. Easy peasy. Okay, these hip joints are like tabbed right there underneath this these black pieces. You have to snap them out. Oh my god, this is like I had the most difficult time with this one. Snap them out like this, and then excuse me, and on the other side snap it out like that. Feels like you're gonna break it, but they do snap out. The first time you're going to do it, it's going to be very, very difficult, okay? So, okay, come on now. Okay, then that, and then you're supposed to, okay, nothing to it, no sweat. Make sure they are aligned like that, like that. Okay, looking good. Okay, do this, and then do this. Okay, and then this one, fold these out like this. Okay, fold them out like this. Okay. And the whole idea is you're supposed to form this part of the handle with this part of the handle. Sorry, my bad. You're supposed to pull out the trigger pieces. Come on. See, when you miss a step, it sucks because it's hard to go back to it. So anyway, pull out the hammer pieces, and then you're supposed to fold the legs this way, and then break it at the thigh here, like this, okay? And then tab it here, like that. So you should achieve that position, and then it will be safe for you to tab these pieces right here. Yeah, just stay there. Okay, same thing here. Okay, right there. Okay. And then that. Okay, go ahead and fold this one here. Fold the hammer back there. That. And then you're supposed to fold it up like this. That. And do the same here. Fold it up like that. Like that. Okay, and here, tab it in like that. Put the hammer back up like that. Just make sure everything's tabbed in. Safety off. And we did it! There you go. Trigger. There is MP36 Megatron in his gun mode. All right. There he is. All right, and to connect the stock, silencer, and scope, very easy. It'll do the scope first. It's the easiest. Put it right there. The silencer, find that groove right there. That's for that piece right there, and then for the stock, just slide it right here, like that. Easy peasy. All right, and let me just back in. The trigger is on a spring, about 2 feet long. 12. Yep, it's about 2 feet and about an inch long. It's about 25 inches long from the silencer's tip to the stock. Oh, like that. All right, and after that wonderful transformation sequence of Megatron, let's have some final thoughts. If you ask me, yes, it is a must-have for all Transformers Masterpiece fans and just the fans of G1 Transformers. Definitely a must-have figure. Like I was telling my good buddy Joshua and Christian, if you have to have just 2 Masterpiece figures in your entire collection, it's got to be the MP10, any version, the Toys R Us version, the Takara Tomy version, or the what is this, the Year of the Horse, whatever, but a version of this MP10 mold and the MP36. These are the 2 quintessential Transformers Masterpiece figures you must have in your collection. It's a testament to what Hasbro and Takara Tomy have come after, what, almost 40 years of Transformers. If you already have the MP5, no shame in that. The MP5, quite honestly, if you've seen my review, I love that figure. A lot of collectors hate it, but it was the first masterpiece I ever saw on display on a shelf, and I absolutely fell in love with it, and I like it. I'm not gonna sell it, despite having the MP36. He cost me about $220 at our Toys. I'm not saying you go out and pay $220. There is a reissue that is under $200, like $180, something like that. And if you really want it, I guess you just wait for the reissue. You can either buy it in Japan or get it from Amazon Japan or something that ships very at a low price. It is definitely worth every penny you pay for it. I'm very happy with it. So with that, I'm gonna give the figure a 10 out of 10. It is an amazing figure, definitely one for any Transformer fan. For the hardcore fans, it is a definite must-have. I hope you've enjoyed this little video review. This has been the Transformers Masterpiece MP36 Megatron. Thanks for watching. Okay, next, I did not know that was possible. Okay, so I guess you can remove the blade. Okay,